Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Persian Vibes. Today we're gonna talk about one of the most important and interesting parts of Persian grammar, which is compound verbs, or as we call them in Farsi, af'al murakkab. If you want to speak Persian naturally, you can just learn simple verbs like to go, to eat, okay? You need to know how to use compound verbs because they're everywhere in daily conversations. So, let's dive in. So, in Persian, a compound verb is made of two parts. A verb usually like kardan, to do, zadan, to hit, dadan, to give, dashtan, to have, or sometimes other verbs, and a noun, adjective, or adverb before it. Together, they create a new meaning. For example, تصمیم گرفتن, to decide, literally means to take a decision, okay? کمک کردن, to help, literally means to do help. And زنگ زدن means to call, literally means to call someone, okay? In English, you have simple verbs for almost everything, like decide, help, call, but in Persian, many of these ideas don't have a single word verb. Instead, we combine a word with a simple verb to create a new action. If you don't know compound verbs, you might end up speaking in a very unnatural way. And sometimes the meaning isn't obvious from the words themselves. For example, بازی کردن means to play, not to do game. And دوست داشتن means to like or love, not to have a friend. The structure is simple. You have a word and then you add a simple verb. The most common verbs used in compounds are like کردن, to do, which is so important, زدن, to hit, دادن, to give, بردن, to take, and کشیدن, to pull. Let me give you some examples, like ورزش کردن means to exercise, to work out, to do a sport, okay? تلفن زدن means to call, to hit the telephone but not actually hitting it. And اجازه دادن means to allow, to give permission. عکس گرفتن means to take a photo, like to take a picture. And سیگار کشیدن means to smoke. Okay, not کشیدن. When you change the tense of a compound verb, only the verb part changes. Good news, not the first part. Let's take کمک کردن, to help, as an example. In present tense, you say من کمک میکنم, I help. In past, we say من کمک کردم, I helped. And in the future, من کمک خواهم کرد, I will help. Another example is to call. او به من زنگ میزند, he calls me. او به من زنگ زد, he called me. And اون داشت به من زنگ میزد, he was calling me. Here are some of the most common compound verbs you'll hear every day, like خرید کردن, to shop, to think, فکر کردن, صحبت کردن, to talk or speak, رانندگی کردن, to drive, شروع کردن, to start, تمام کردن, to finish, ترجمه کردن, to translate, فراموش کردن, to forget, پیدا کردن, to find, نگاه کردن, to look or watch. I recommend you make your own list and practice using them in sentences. Okay, now let's practice together. For example, I started reading a book. من شروع به خوندن یک کتاب کردم. Or we watched a movie. ما یک فیلم نگاه کردیم. Or they forgot my name. آنها اسم من رو فراموش کردن. اونا اسم من رو فراموش کردن. Now it's your turn. Write 3 sentences in the comments using compound verbs you learned today. And that's it for today's lesson on Persian compound verbs. Remember, these verbs are everywhere in Persian, so the more you practice them, the more natural you will sound. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Persian lessons. And hope to see you next time. See you in the next video. Khodafez.